Hey guys, Ganja Vape here again. So I thought I had to work this morning. Turns out I close. Don't you hate when that happens? When you read the schedule wrong. But even so, I could have swore I still opened today. I could have swore I still opened today. But regardless of the fact, you see I'm still wearing this fucking monkey suit. Ugh, this shit off of me. That's better. You see, I'm also wearing my Light Saiyan battle armor. Light enough to stay mobile as fuck, and durable enough to still keep me protected. Now, on to the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie review. That movie was the best Dragon Ball movie we have had yet. There is not one movie I can honestly think of that comes close to it, except maybe the last Dragon Ball movie. Because they started to realize, oh, we have to keep up the fights. We have to keep up, the story, shit like that. Wow. My light battle armor is bursting off of me. My power is overflowing. Let me just get this off. Oh my god. The movie was visually, I wish they would do that for the show. It was amazing. And also, guys, I do want to apologize for the glare in the background, because as I said, it is early in the morning. It's 8 in the morning actually, I'm sorry. Almost 3 minutes in, we haven't even vaped yet. What is this? It's supposed to be the Ganja Vape. Ganja Vape's first movie review, guys. Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. You already know it's going to contain spoilers, so I mean, that shouldn't be, that's a given. Alright, now we're going to start off with the story. The story was perfect all the way through. I loved it. Everything was tied up in a nice knot. There was no questions left. Only question I have, which I will get to later in the video, but anyway, the story was nice. I love how they still kind of kept it to the OG. Like, everything was pretty much to the same, where all the Saiyans were called back home. King Vegeta was afraid of Broly's power and couldn't believe that it was over Prince Vegeta's power, so he, instead of killing him, they retconned it in this movie where they sent him away. And King Vegeta even mentions when Paragus walks in and says, oh, you're gonna send him to some planet where he can't, where it's inhabitable, this, that, and the third. And then King Vegeta's like, I could just execute him, I could just off his top, no problem. Top and tail, gone. I'll put on a wooden mantle, top and tail for you, so you can put over your fireplace. But, so, he sends him off, and then Paragus, upon hearing this, King Vegeta says, oh, I sent them away, and then he was like, oh, They had a little more dialogue back and forth, and then King Vegeta was like, "Oh, I already had the pod sent away before you got here." So King Vegeta was intentionally chopping up the shit with Paragus to eat up time so Broly's pod could jet the fuck out there in space. I like that. I'm not gonna lie, I like that. But once Paragus heard that, he went through the fucking stained glass of King Vegeta's castle and went to the pod landings. The space pods, what do you call it? Pads, I don't know, the landing pads, whatever. Anyway, stole a ship. Buddy that was on the ship, he ain't even tell Buddy to get off or nothing. He was like, bro, we going. And the nigga was not even trying to like leave. He was like, hey, we can't do this. But he wasn't trying to leave. So he went with Paragus to the planet where Broly was. And they ended up finding Broly. And they realized that Paragus realized that his Saiyan armor was stretched. Like his boots and shit looked like they were 2-3 sizes too big. Same with the gloves. The armor just looked a little bit bigger. So it came to his realization that he must have looked at the moon and became a great ape. Because how else would his armor, stretch out like that? Because it's already an elastic armor meant to stretch and withstand their great ape form. So, it would have just... All I'll say is, we got a little silhouette of it. We didn't get a full-blown image. But it would have been nice to see a great ape Broly. But, I mean, it's not like it would have been a Berserk Broly. A Berserk legend, a Berserk great ape or a legendary great ape or nothing like that. Because, mind you, what I'm going to get to later. Anyway... So, after that, he realized that they can't go back to Planet Vegeta because they're pretty much in exile. I'm just going to sit over here on this so it can kind of prevent that from glaring. So, they realized that they can't go back to Planet Vegeta. And the dude name, I believe it was Beats. Alright, I had to put my jacket back here just so I could block out some of that light. Because it was just blurring this up way too much. But anyway, Paragus then says that, we can't go back to Planet Vegeta. So, they realize that they're in exile. And he's like, okay, I'll just train Broly myself. To be the best fighter and he could be, and then have my revenge on King Vegeta. And that's how that vendetta started. And then that was 41 years ago. So mind you, that means Goku, Broly, and Vegeta are all born around the same time. They're around 40 years old. So yeah, then we cut to a planet. I mean, not a planet. We cut to Earth. But then we're on an island where we see Bulma, Beerus, Whis, Goku, and the gang. From the gang, I also say Vegeta. He's also there, but it's the gang. That's all it is. Pretty much, Goku and Vegeta are sparring. Bulma and Whis are eating, and Beerus is napping under an umbrella. And they're just having some dialogue, and then Bulma's like, I had this place built so the boys can come out here and cut loose and not have to worry about destroying anything. And mind you, my dog Vegeta and Goku, they're just in base form, rocking it out. Bump, 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 bump. That's it. And then it comes to the point where Goten and Trunks are pretty much sent to the lab to look for the Dragon Balls or look for the Dragon Radar, do something. But anyway, those 2 items are in the room, but they're not in the room. They were stolen. They reviewed the footage, and some of Frieza's henchmen stole them. And she only had 6 of the balls, though. So when they went to go look for the last ball, they ended up getting it, meeting Frieza. Sorry. Meeting Frieza, and then that's when Broly and Paragus came out. They all came out together. And that's when Broly stepped out, he just released his ki. Not his ki, his battle power. He just released a little bit of it, and it just went all throughout the area. And Goku and Vegeta are just like, yo, we feel that. We feel that shit. And Goku's like, hey, Vegeta, those 2 back there are Saiyans. And I'm like, if you couldn't tell by their hairstyles, I mean, what else gave it away? But then it came to the point where Paragus told Broly to attack after some dialogue. Broly went in straight for Vegeta, and oh my god, I wish I was recording my God and Senpai's fight. Oh my god, it was so epic. Vegeta was not taking no shit. Vegeta was not taking no shit. He was going at him. When he went Super Saiyan, that shit was fucking. He destroyed a whole iceberg, an ice pillar he was standing on, just off of transforming. And then when he pulled out Super Saiyan God, Santa Maria! Woo! I'm sorry. But, oh, I just nerdgasmed right now, man. Just playing it back from last night. He just released the God Ki while he's still Super Saiyan, mind you. And then his hair and eyes, it was in fucking insane. That movie, man, it just got me thinking, like, I want to go back and see it, and I can't wait for the Blu-ray because I'm buying that shit, man. Like, bro, sis, when I say that video, that movie, that film, I am that much of a fan to where I'll say that shit deserves an Oscar. That was the best Dragon Ball movie we have had. We need that. We need more of that. So, after Vegeta gets scrapped up by Broly, because hacks, Broly has hacks, 41 years of hacks, Goku comes in and says, hey, it's my turn. So he goes in, he does his little jumping shit, he gets warmed up, you know, and then they go at it. And eventually Goku pulls out Super Saiyan, and then God, and then Blue. And then it gets to the point where, you know, nothing that these two are doing are working. And but the in between them going from 1 to blue, once they went Super Saiyan 1, Paragus was 100% astonished. He did not know what Super Saiyan was. Like, every Saiyan knows of the Super Saiyan legend, but they've never just seen it, you know? So once Goku and Vegeta went Super Saiyan, Paragus is like, yo, what the shit is this? And Frieza's like, you're shitting me. You don't know what Super Saiyan is? You're a Saiyan. You don't know what Super Saiyan is? And then the sun is starting to peek back out. Solar flare! Big time solar flare. Anyway. I just fucked that all up. Anyway. So Frieza is low-key in the back scheming the whole while. And I will say this, Frieza, throughout the whole fight between Goku, Vegeta, and Broly, was looking like a fucking Don, sitting there like this, with his hand like this on his chest, holding all 7 Dragon Balls, bro. Just holding them, talking shit. Oh my god, it was insane. So, I mean, I thought I done seen some ruthless shit already in the movie, because earlier in the movie, when they realized they were exiled, this was some fucked up shit. Paragus was like, no, not Paragus, the other Saiyan he was with, that he took the ship with, Beats, I believe his name was. He's like, oh, we only have enough food for 10 days. And Paragus, he's just like, oh, well, I know one way we can save food. And then he pulled out the little grip. Boom! Put it right in this man's heart. He was out of there. And then it get to the point where Broly is, when I was saying that it get to the point where Broly is just getting his ass destroyed, and his back's against the wall. He's getting beat by Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and Frieza's just like, okay, it's time for me to deploy my scheme. So this nigga is supposed to be full blood, can't go Super Saiyan. Alright, bet. I got you. He just needs the proper trigger. Sorry guys, I was trying to just make this better for y'all, so it's not so glary. There. So Frieza's like, so he can't go Super Saiyan, I just gotta trigger it. He turned to Paragus, who's just on the ground right now because he's in total shock that there are these levels beyond what Broly can do, and the fact that Broly's even still fighting him. And we're all in the fucking audience shocked too. Fucking. So if he's just like, oh, I just gotta trigger him, turns to Paragus, blasts him, boom, right in the heart. Karma's a bitch, ain't it? Took 41 years, so that shit came back and bit you. So then Frieza then puts on his serious face and proceeds to put on the best act I've ever seen him ever put on. He cries out to Broly, "Broly, oh Broly, a stray blast hit your father and now he's dead." So Broly stops fighting Goku, looks over at him and his dad for literally 1 second. He looks over at his dad for 1 second. Power starts rising, surging, overflowing. This man is losing it. We get a close-up on his eyes. His fucking pupils, dude. His pupils shatter. Oh my god. All we see is blank white after that, and it was... I need to see that movie again. Sorry about that. Anyway, Broly goes Super Saiyan. Berserk Super Saiyan. I mean, but he wasn't dubbed. No name or nothing. So, until we get an official name from Bandai, I almost said Konami, I ain't even gonna lie. From Bandai, Toei Animation, Akira Toriyama, unless we get an official name from anybody, this is Super Saiyan Broly. Before, it was his Berserk mode, where he transgressed into stronger forms. But this isn't necessarily a legendary form right here. And then he went buff, not immediately, after he was scrapping with Goku some more. And then Goku realized, oh hey, I can't fucking beat him. And then Vegeta came in, tagged him up a little bit, didn't do shit. Both over there getting destroyed. And then they fly past Frieza, and Goku's like, hey Frieza, it's your turn. And then Broly hits him with a fucking full frontal fluff of green blast and proceeds to mollywop Frieza while Goku gets him and Vegeta out of there. He instant transmissions to Piccolo, who we were told would have a major role in this movie, but I'm not even gonna lie, he low-key kind of did. He didn't, but he kind of did. And I'll say that because he was there in the nick of time that he needed to be to help Goku teach Vegeta the proper way to do the fusion dance. Because like Goku said, they don't have the Potara earrings, so the only chance that they actually have of beating the guy, Broly, is the fusion dance. And I'm not gonna lie, when Vegeta did that fucking pose, I was so close to taking a picture, but I did not want to look at him defiled much longer. But it was hilarious. Anyway. Yes, Piccolo was there to help Goku teach Vegeta to dance properly, even though they still fucked it up, and we still got to see Veku, Fat Gogeta, and then the skinny one, I don't know what we would call that one, Goda? That's still kind of Gogeta in a way. Goketa. I guess Goketa would be a better name, because we never actually, I don't think we've actually gotten a name for the skinny Skinny Gogeta? We probably do, but until then, I'm gonna call him Goketa. It might even be Skinny Veku. Goketa. Skinny Veku's better. Because I just feel like it's branching the names out in just too many variations. I mean, because once you already start doing Veku, I mean, you're already branching the fucking name out too much. You get it? Like, why can't it just be Fat Gogeta? It's Skinny Gogeta. I mean, because it's not Gogeta. If it was Gogeta, go. And so once they fucked up, or after they fucked up, and actually got the right form, mind you, this means that they fucked up twice, so they had to wait 30 minutes twice, an hour. Frieza was getting his ass handed to him for a whole hour by Broly. So, legendary, not legendary, Super Saiyan Broly. So, the fact that Frieza's golden form could stand up to that says something about him. That says something about this guy. If only he was good, like Goku said, if only you were good, you would be a very good training partner. But you're not. So, I gotta keep fucking you up, killing you. So, when Gogeta gets to the scene, Frieza, I think he just dropped out of his gold form, maybe. And then he's like, who are you? And then he's like, oh, we're Gogeta, the fusion between Goku and Vegeta. And then he was like, oh, show off or something. He was like, Frieza was pretty much just jealous. He just didn't like the fact that they had access to more power that he didn't have. But, I mean, just think about it. The Metamarese fusion is technically capable for everyone. Anyone can do it, they just have to be taught it. So if he was actually good, Goku might have actually taught him the Kaioken. Goku might have taught him the Metamarese fusion and say, hey Frieza, let's fuse and take down Broly. If he was good. I'm just putting ideas out there. We don't want to see a Saiyan fuse with a Frieza race character. We don't want to see a Saiyan fuse with this. We don't. What else? So Broly is trying his best to fuck up Gogeta, my daddy, but it just does not go over well for him. Gogeta is just toying with him in base form. Then he goes Super Saiyan. And then, after going Super Saiyan and just toying with him some more, he goes blue and just completely shows off. And then Broly sets up for a finish. So does Gogeta. But after Broly launches his mouth blast, Gogeta blitzes right behind him and has one blast in each hand, fires them at Broly. And then after Broly's hit, charged up the Soul Punisher, bro. The OG Soul Punisher. Let that shit fly. Sparkle, sparkle. Then he came in. Boop, boop, boop. Set Broly up for some more. Bro, he lit this man up. But Shenron saved his ass. I'm not going to say Shenron, but the little bitch. I'm going to call her the little bitch because I still feel that even though it's not technically a win for Vegeta, he participated in the battle that would have got a W against Broly, and they still ripped it away from him. But I mean, like, come on. It's not like they couldn't have fucking... Well, I guess. Because if you would have killed him right then and there and then wished him back and be like, oh, hey, I know you're not bad. Sorry, I just had to kill you because you were too strong or whatever. Let's train. Let's fight. Let's get stronger. Like, that just wouldn't make sense, you know? So, the little chick wished Shenron to send Broly back to his home planet where he was, which somehow looks a little bit more habitable now. It's not so treacherous than it was 40 years ago. And they followed him back there. The little girl and the two Frieza Force that stole the Dragon Balls. They followed him back there to they followed Broly back to the planet. And Goku, since he literally just fought Broly for, I'd say about an hour, in and out of fusion, like outside of fusion, plus the time he was in fusion, he was up to about an hour. He fought Broly, so he got a lock on his energy, right? So he IT to his fucking location and dropped off some capsules. But first they were on their guard, like, oh, why did you follow him back here? Leave him alone. Is that and the third? And Goku's just like, chill out. I'm just here bearing gifts. Like, you know, I'm not here to fight. So he's like, oh, he opens up his little box and he's like, oh, I had Bulma whip up these capsules. It was literally just 3 capsules. 1, 2, 3. He picked up the third one, threw it out. It was a full house. Went inside. It was decked out. Had a bed, window, TV. It was ready. He dropped off some sensu beans. Only 2 though. I mean, but that's the thing. He didn't. I don't know if he told them off screen about the benefits of popping them in half, because 2 could easily become 4, just off of the simple fact that literally 1/2 of a sensu bean holds the same power of a whole sensu bean, and that's how you ration out your fucking sensu beans. But yeah, like in the movie, Goku told Broly while they were fighting, when he was in his God form, I've fought bad people before and you're not one of them. You don't have to do what they tell you. And then Broly lost it and had a little surge in power. And only thing I can say on that note is, I guess he felt like at that point, Goku was then telling him what to do, to in turn have another person telling you what to do. So at that point, he then felt like, you know, hey, I really don't have no control. Like, I'm really a fucking slave. Like, when you put yourself in Broly's mindset, he is a little kid, like that girl said. He's just a little kid at heart. Like, kind of got that Michael Jackson syndrome, where he had this great power, great talent. Father saw it and just put a leash on him. In this case, physically. And yeah, that collar was. I mean, because in the other movie, in the OG movie, it was more humane in a way, I'll say, because it was a suppressor. Like, it was almost like Broly was medicated almost 24/7. Like, I'm not gonna say that was more humane, because it's like saying, oh, this motherfucker's so crazy, this, as soon as you wake up, drugs, medicine, like, just feed it to them, so that they're just sedated, and that they can't hurt nothing or nobody. But I mean, in this movie, like, Paragus had a remote, one button, and the collar on his neck just shocked him from head to toe. And it was a shock that just subdued him. Like, he would stop, because early in the movie, he had this one saying by the neck and the arm, had him up, and just had him. And Paragus said, after the little chick ran up on him and like, why did you do that to him? That's your son. He's like, if I hadn't, he would have killed that man. And at that moment, when they're having that little argument, she low-key swiped the remote. I'm sorry. Had a brain fart for a second. But yeah, man, that movie was insane. When Gogeta, my daddy, stepped in the field, and him and Broly were just going at it. Everyone in the audience was losing it, because they were breaking dimensions with their shit, man. The screen was cracking like several times, and it was insane. Just looking back at it, man. I want to go see that movie again today. Fuck, man. I was even waiting after the credits to see if Gohan would make an appearance. Man, Gohan did not make one single appearance in this whole, listen to me now, whole movie. Even Goten and Trunks had some involvement, even though it was minuscule. All they literally did was, oh, hey, we're gonna go to the room and get the Dragon Balls or whatever. Oh, they're not here. And then, like, you don't see Gohan, you don't see Videl, you don't see Krillin, you don't see Tien, you don't see Yamcha. That's 5 people from the last movie that we all saw. But all I'm saying is, I literally sat there with about 40 other people in the theaters waiting for an end credit scene. All we got was a little end in the bottom right corner. Because I even conversed with another moviegoer that was literally 2 seats away from me. And he's saying, I'm waiting for Gohan. And then I told him, listen, I'm waiting until the end credits. I want to see him walk out of the hyperbolic time chamber or the God chamber, whatever, red hair, like, and then he just goes base, or base and then he just goes red hair, something, you know, like, hell, even he's ultimate and then he goes not base, he goes God, like, something, bro. Give us some more development with him. Like, I know he's not a fighter, he's a family man, but in Super, he's realized that he has to get stronger to protect what he loves. Like, that's why Vegeta's doing it. Goku's just doing it because he just likes to get stronger. He likes to fight strong opponents and to protect the things that can't protect themselves. But yeah, folks, I give that movie a 10 out of 10. Gogeta's music, oh my god, it was just nothing but Hype City. Like literally throughout the song, you hear his name being said. Gogeta, Gogeta. It's fucking Hype City. But bro, there was even like quick little pics of like little glimmering lights of their power, of Gogeta's power, and his hair. Like when he was blue, he kind of looked like he was fucking UI for a second. Like mid-movie, I even turned to my buddy and I'm like, UI Gogeta? Like, bro, the shit was lit. Anyway, folks, if you have not seen the movie yet, get your ass out of your fucking chair, wherever the fuck you are, go see the movie. If you're new here, leave a comment down below on what was your favorite part in the movie. If you've already been here, do the same. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to share. Definitely don't forget to fucking subscribe. And I want you to have a very great day. Coming from the Ganja Bay. Anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Stay high, guys.